Jane's home is sprinkled with loads of little treasures that she's picked up from antique fairs and junk shops over the years. But for native New Yorker Sue Kreitzman, scouring for bric-a-brac for her East London home has become, well, somewhat of an obsession.
I've been here for 6 years. I left New York City in 1969. Every year of my life I was homesick until I hit the East End, and suddenly I felt I was home. There are layers and layers of history and texture, and you can see it. Things are decaying and regenerating at the same time. What I really love about the East End, this area in particular, but most of the East End, is the shopping. Oh gosh, look at this. All the little secret places. West End girls don't know about these places. So my house is festooned with the most wonderful things.
Sue is an artist, and her fascination for all things bright not only fuels her work, but also fills her ex-council flat, which she bought 8 years ago.
As you can see, I have an insatiable need for color. I have it everywhere. I can never get enough of it. I have all my bits and pieces. I have all my cooking things, and I have color on the ceiling, on the floor, on the walls, all around me. I'm surrounded by art, my own art, my son's art, my friend's art. This is Sue Kreitzman Fantasyland. Everything I want is here. Food, art, music, wine. What else is there to life? The main thing is color. I collect color, and sometimes I just go out in a little color safari. But I also collect mermaids. I love mermaids. To me, they symbolize freedom. And I've taken it as a symbol because I'm a postmenopausal woman. It is the perfect symbol of the postmenopausal woman. No more troubles down there. My favorite colors are yellow and red, and I love them together. The contrast is absolutely gorgeous. It's the color combination that makes me feel alive and feel good. If I'm in a beige room for any length of time, or a gray room, or a white room, I get depressed and I feel old and I don't feel well. Yellow and red do it for me. My house has nothing to do with design. You know, if a designer walked in, they'd probably faint. I don't do this consciously. It's a self-evolving thing. It's always changing. It's always evolving. I keep the colors on the wall the same because they're the colors I like, and it's a good background. But the art and the little dioramas and all these things are always changing. And I feel like I'm living in the middle of my own art installation. I had the kitchen made to my specifications because when I found this place, it was pretty much derelict. And I had my dresser made, and I have little cups. I love my collection of mugs. There's nothing expensive there. They're all little things that you pick up in the markets. But it's like having this little movable art exhibit. People say I have an obsession with collecting, and I don't know what started the obsession. I was born with the collecting gene, and I think some of us really are. Am I nuts? Probably I am.
Well, to me, this is normal. And I never thought about it until people came around and said, oh, this is weird. But this, to me, is what normal is. And everything else is weird. It's the death of beige. It's anti-feng shui, I suppose you could say. It's, no, I mean, this is, if only more of the world was like this, is my opinion, personally.
This is my bedroom. It's my favorite room. First of all, it's full of things that I really love. The color of the walls is, I just love this particular shade of red. I love red, full stop. The female torso, I think, is the most beautiful thing in nature. I am the proud possessor of one myself. Because I have a weight problem, that's why I'm in the low-fat cooking biz. My female torso is sometimes bigger and sometimes smaller, depending on how I'm succeeding. But still, I think it's a wonderful thing to be a curvy woman, and I have lots of depictions of the curvy woman all over the place. So yes, this room is full of things. Even my TV is yellow, a bright yellow TV, so it's not boring. Who could be depressed in this room? You'd have to work at being depressed in this room. I'm never going to go beige and minimal. I'm never going to call in a feng shui expert to say, help. Goodness, they should call me in to help them. They need help, not me.